Welcome back to Golf Center. Pete Popovich, our special co-host this week with Chris Tremblay up at the State Amateur on Pawleys Island. Pete, you're always a busy guy. You're always playing a lot, but you've got a lot of different things going on. Explain the golf paradigm and kind of where you've got folks going these days.
Yeah, the golf paradigm is really a philosophy that we put together. It's as you can see from the logo, it really resembles the Chinese yin and yang. And so the basis is the yin and yang kind of had 5 elements. Well, we got kind of like 5 elements of teaching. So you have swing mechanics, you have health and fitness, you have club fitting, you have mental, and then you have integration. How do you bring all those together? So what recipe do you use, how much of each one, et cetera, et cetera. One of those things that we really focus on is health.
Okay.
So health, what can you do that you're not going to really get from watching a TV commercial? And inflammation for a lot of golfers is a really big thing. So how do you curb inflammation without having to take the over-the-counter NSAIDs, non-steroid anti-inflammatory, that if you look in every golfer's bag, they've got at least a bottle or 2. They're popping them like M&Ms before, during, and after the round.
Yeah.
So one of those things has the main ingredient will really tax your liver.
Okay.
Over time, if you're really playing a lot, you're taking those, your liver's going to take a beating.
Okay.
The other one, it attacks the lining of your gut and your intestinal tract.
All right.
So people get stomach aches. They have a lot of problems. So what we did, we started looking at what can people take to really reduce the inflammation without the negative side effects, and this kind of holistic approach, I guess is the big term, organic and so forth.
And there are things we can take?
And there are things that we can take.
Great.
So one of the most popular things that we've had a lot of success with and feedback from students is a product called Curamed. And Curamed has turmeric, which is a part of Indian Ayurvedic medicine, and then there's that's a part of curcumin. And now curcumin you'd have to take all day every day to get the same effect that you would from a product called Curamed, C-U-R-A-M-E-D. And what that does is it has a retention level of about 8 to 10 hours in your system. So if you take it in the morning and you're playing that afternoon, it's still going to be in there. It's not going to flush out too soon. If you're playing in the afternoon, you can take it at lunch. So you play and then it's with you through the evening, so you're not swelling. If you're playing a lot and you're not getting quite the effect that you want, you can take it once in the morning and once in the evening.
Wow.
So Curamed is a very simple thing you can take. You get it at most health food stores.
Health food stores? Can you find it at Walmart, over the counter?
I don't know if you can find it. Well, you can probably find it online real easy. Just type in Curamed, and there's a number of different outlets to sell it.
Okay, that's a great way to go. What else you got in that realm?
If you use a high quality fish oil or cod liver oil, I know you mentioned cod liver and everyone going back to the early 50s and 60s, cod liver oil.
You can take a pill now though, right?
You can take a pill. What they've really done, they've added some lemon flavor or they've added no flavor. And the reason that those work real well is that they're very high in omega-3s.
Okay.
So not only is it good for your inflammation, it really helps with your heart health and other kind of health. Now, the other thing that a lot of people don't know is if you can find one with a higher ratio of DHA versus EPA, it really helps with the regenesis of the soft eye tissue in the eyes.
Okay.
So golfers are outside a lot. If they're wearing sunglasses, great. If they're not, that eye tissue takes a beating.
Okay.
That DHA is really going to help with people who might have eye problems. So
all right,
that's another great one.
So we're finding cod liver oil tablets with a high concentration of DHA.
That's right.
That's what we're looking for. All right, with the Curamed, and we're all good, and we'll joints won't hurt.
Joints won't hurt.
Because it won't have that golfer's elbow.
If you take NSAIDs on a repetitive basis and you bypass the liver and the gut thing, eventually you're going to have joint pain.
Right.
So these natural things kind of really help with that.
How about that? We've learned something to naturally help us out do that. Now, something a little unnatural, the stroke of putting, and, and what that fat grip that we see even more and more these days is doing to it. Pete's going to show us why it works and what we should be looking for and all of that coming up when the Golf Center continues right here on WHHI.